Okay, so we've gotten both of these trees out of their pots. Um, the thuja's in really good shape. It's got a lot of white tips at the roots. They're growing. There's a lot of buds swelling on the top. So it's a little early. It's the end of January. But here in Sacramento, it's not really even getting cold enough and it's starting to warm up. We've already got some days in the 70s coming next week. And I'm going to be able to put this in my unheated greenhouse. But it gets a lot of sun and it's very humid, so I have no worries about this planting surviving. So the goal here, this is the front. What I'm basically going to do is wire this up in here around there and make this look like a live tree once again. So the very first thing that I need to do is basically I need to cut off some branches on the thuja, and then I need to find my line in this tree. Because again, what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to take my Dremel and I'm going to carve out through the back here, and then I'll obviously plant that behind it, and then I'll carve up along here. Then I'll just kind of wire out the branches to fill this out. So I'm probably going to need to remove this branch, which is okay. And then I'm definitely going to need to remove some branches from this thing. So I'm going to go ahead and start there. I don't really need to worry about a front or a back or anything because you're not going to see the base of this tree. So what I'm really looking for here is the front view that has, or I guess I'm looking for the side that I can put against that piece. So this part right here only has a few branches on the back, and I want to save as many lower branches as I can. It might be kind of hard to see. Let's see if I can bring you in a little bit. That's a little better. So you can see this line here is almost uninterrupted. And when I take this guy off, that out of here, and let me clip this out of here, and then this one can go, and this one can go, that one can stay. Okay, I'm not going to go any higher because odds are I'm going to end up swirling and whirling around, so I want to keep as many branches as I can. I do think I'm not going to need this lower one here, so we'll take that out of here. Don't want a handlebar branch, so we'll get rid of that. Let's see, got a lot going on in this area. I don't really want a branch growing off of that branch, so we can take those off. Same thing in here, we'll clean up these crotches. Okay, there's another handlebar branch right there we can get rid of. This one really is just kind of in our zone here, so get rid of him or her. Okay, don't need two branches growing out of that one spot. And I'm just definitely not going to need it this tall, so that'll just make it a little bit easier to work with. So the roots are in pretty good shape for this, and again, I'm not too worried because I'm not going for a radial root base here. So this is what we're going to stick up against our tree here. You know what, this guy's just in my way, so sorry about it. No, that's a really good branch for that area. I'm going to deal with it. That one broke. So basically, okay, I need to take this branch off. Okay, so there is that. I'll leave that because that might be useful. Okay. So, there we go. So what we're trying to do here, something like that. Well, if I wire that, I can get a bend in it, but if I wire it like that, then I won't be able to get the wire out. So I'm gonna tie it up and cinch it in with pliers and wire. So I guess what I really need to do is I'm definitely gonna come up this branch to maybe up to this point here. And then I think I'll honestly cut this piece of the tree off. I don't really want it to be that tall. It doesn't even fit in the camera view right now. So what I'm thinking is cutting off basically right here. Because I don't want the focus to be that high. I want to keep it around this deadwood on the bottom. And if I cut that off, this can be the highest point by far. And I can have a nice canopy basically at this level is kind of what I'm envisioning, and have this deadwood throughout it. I love this deadwood. So that's the plan. So what we need to do next is get the old Dremel. Well, here, let's cut this off. So what I ultimately want to do is, oh wow, I'm going to use the saw. Or maybe the secateurs can do it. Let's see. Well, I want to get these branches because ideally I'd rather rip this off. It's going to make it look a lot better. So if I can kind of rip that like so. Yeah, maybe. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. So now, all right. Come on. Thank you. That's pretty good. I'll be happy with that for now. And I'm gonna, do some damage right there to the trunk. You can see where that wire's cutting in. Right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and put some wound paste over that. But it should be okay. So the trees are attached now. I'm probably gonna do another one here. So let me get that set up. All right. Back to looking really beautiful, huh? It looks like one tree, am I right? So I went ahead and I gave it a rinse, and then I went ahead and applied some moss all the way around, including on top of our sphagnum moss here. So over this winter, the rest of the year, especially in the greenhouse, this moss will all merge together and just create a nice layer of filtration and protection. And it will allow all the water to pass through easily. So we are in a good spot. I am basically now gonna do the styling.